Donald Trump said this at the UN this week. Your countries are going to hell. Is he threatening the world? Why does Mr. Trump have to make such statements? Is this making America great again? Or is this sinking lowest to the low?
When President Trump went before the United Nations on Tuesday and declared,
"Your countries are going to hell,"
it was a pure distillation of the Trumpian worldview. It's one in which the United States doesn't really need the United Nations at all. At one point, he raised the question,
what is the purpose of the United Nations?
But never really answered the question himself. The president defended several of his actions, blowing up boats of Venezuelan suspected drug runners.
We will blow you out of existence.
Attacking the Iranian nuclear program.
Many of Iran's former military commanders, in fact, I can say almost all of them, are no longer with us. They're dead.
He, at various points, defended his tariffs.
We've used tariffs as a defense mechanism.
But you did not hear a sort of forward vision of where the United States hoped to take the UN in its leadership role. One of the other topics that the president did not take up was the administration's determination to cut back on the United Nations budget. It's already cut about $1 billion in U.S. commitments to the UN, and there are proposals afoot to cut another billion or so. The president has also pulled the U.S. out from many of the biggest initiatives of the United Nations and its associated institutions. These were all the areas where the United States could exercise its soft power, that is, the power of the attraction of its system, and to show that it was working with other nations around the world. The U.S. has always believed that its greatest power was working in concert with its allies in what, to use the military term, is often called a force multiplier. The president today was not interested in that multiplier. He was interested in the raw use of American power and making sure that global institutions like the UN either changed their ways or got out of his way.